That Henny got that nigga tripping.
Your show, you had I've exposed you on that minutes.
First of all, who the hell can listen to this for 3 hours? I'm annoyed alone just listening to this clip. Alright, this is annoying me a little. Let me fast forward a little bit more. So they're having a confrontation. Academics is drunk off Hennessy. This girl is acting very erratic right now. He's yelling at her, handle your business. He said he got a chick that'll beat the brakes off of, so she goes to the back and it's like she's reaching for something. For those who don't know where this show is from, it's from this show called Fresh and Fit. Academics is a guest over there. And was, hold up. And the concept of this show, for those who don't know, because this is new to me as well. For those who don't know, this show called Fresh and Fit is a bunch of quote unquote dating gurus from Miami. They got a podcast now, and what they do, they invite a bunch of Instagram thoughts. They invite call girls, strippers, whores, all types of thoughts up there, all types of weirdo type women from all walks of life into this podcast to debate about male and female issues. And it's just, I don't know how these guys even have a following, to be honest with you. I'm not trying to be a hater or nothing, but I can't tolerate even 2 minutes of this. Listen to these birds just chirp like this 3 hours. How many y'all niggas literally listen to this for 3 hours straight? Like, godly, I'm annoyed already. But Academics is turned up right now. The girl just left and went backstage.
What's going on here?
He's cussing the storm.
I'll be a podcast soon. It's going to be called The Lonely Show. And come follow me.
Academics is going off. You hear that?
My birthday's coming up soon. I'll probably take it off of Instagram.
I don't know how y'all niggas can deal with it.
Y'all know that we ladies like to touch on, right?
Now, see, this is my thing here. Hold on. Now, when situations like this get out of hand, the hosts need to turn things down. They need to calm it down. That goes to show you the irresponsibility of the host at TAC. Because when things get out of line like this, you got to calm it down and bring everybody back to the table when it comes to respect. But right now, it's gotten out of hand. But at the same time, when those views go up, case in point, just like we saw with the Versus, when a controversial situation happens, when Busy Bone threw that water and start going, you ugly motherfuckers ain't gonna be knocking me on my stage. Ratings go up, and with this situation here, with the Fresh and Fit, ratings done turned up. So now Academics is turned up right now. He got the Hennessy cup. He's talking real reckless. So they escorting the girl out of there, and she gonna reach in her purse. It's a damn mess. But how this thing started was Academics and this girl was going at it, and he got on her for basically being a contradicting. Basically, she's supposed to be a child of God, but yet she on the gram naked, halfway naked, or showing her butt out. Now, to his credit, when it comes to checking these women, he has a point. Because we need more people in the media. Now, even though I don't agree with a lot of what this dude does, he's on point with that. We need more people in the media to provide checks and balances for a lot of these women out here, because everything is so out of whack. I ain't with that red pill shit. I ain't with Kevin Samuels and all them. But one thing those guys are good at is checking women. But let me go on. It's just a mess.
You mad, but you telling the truth. You can't be mad that you're telling the truth.
How y'all niggas gonna listen to this? I do not know.
She wants to, promote Everything else, that's normal shit. Everyone has things.
So anyway, she comes back. Niggas start scattering. She went and got the cannon.
That was we going.
Oh wait,
Real women.
She went reaching.
Yes, sir. I don't know what shorty was reaching for in her back with a spark or dumbass in hand. Got a pack on her. Fuck that. Yeah, she wild.
Okay, let me get my thoughts about this, man. See, for what I've seen with Akademiks, Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit, these guys that's hosting the show here, and many of these guys in the YouTube lane, what this really is about is they're barking back at people who shun them from the social circles in their days. These guys here that are running this YouTube shit, they were kept out of those social circles. They were bullied. They were picked on. They were embarrassed. They couldn't get the women they wanted. They were basically herbs. So what had happened now, and this is what happens with today. A lot of people that's in charge of black media today, that's running the shots, they weren't a part of the social hierarchy. They were basically outcasts. They couldn't be seen going to the school dances. They were kept off the football team. They couldn't get no women. They were basically stuck to their basement. So what happened, they go ahead, they build a YouTube platform, they take advantage of this technology that's out there. Fresh and Fit, DJ Akademiks, Kevin Samuels, and guys like that, they take advantage of this YouTube wave, this podcast wave. And next thing you know, they have a following, a cult following. And they talking that shit. So then the money start coming, the subscribers start coming, because a lot of men are fed up with a lot of the women out here. So they play on to that lane. And then it goes hand in hand with the red pill. Me and what's his name? Steve the Dean Williams was talking about that. You could check the show that we did about that with him. When he was talking about the big towel and the red pill, they tapped in those lanes. So with Akademiks doing that, his following done got larger and larger to where he's one of the biggest media personalities today. And now, if you look at this clip here, where he's talking to shorty like that, you can tell that she's a reflection of the chicks that used to diss this nigga back in school. Oh, you too fat. Oh, you too ugly. Oh, you too broke. So now he got his money up, and now he's talking that shit. He holding his nuts. He got a bottle of Hennessy like he one of them niggas on the block, and he's like, yeah, you ain't shit, shorty. You ain't shit, shorty. I could buy you, shorty. Now he feel like he's the man. And now he's looking at his subscribers and followers. They're now looking at it like they're pumping him up. They like, yeah, you the man, At. You the man, At. Keep your foot on their neck, At. Now, you got the whack 100s of the world on it. He feel like he got some street cred. You know what I mean? He got some street cred now on his back. So now he feel like he can really pump it now. Yeah, At, you a savage. Yeah, At, keep going, At. But let me tell y'all this. The minute she reached for that gun, it could have turned ugly. It could have turned very ugly to where, can you imagine this nigga getting clapped by a thought on YouTube? Shit. That's a sad way to go out. It could have happened. And I noticed his tone was a bit different today when he did his video. Because this was the first time, aside from that Vic Mensa shit, we know Vic Mensa wasn't gonna put no hands on him during the everyday struggle. But this was the first time he really got into it with somebody. And that was close to some street stuff. Because he been barking on a lot of trees lately, and one of them bound to fall on him. It just so happened to be a chick. Now, if she was mentally unstable, she could have clapped Akademiks. It got to that late. And my thing is this too. When you got whores, drinking, all that, drugs, you're inviting a different type of energy here. And How y'all niggas, I ain't talking about my audience per se, but how a lot of y'all niggas can watch this shit for 3 hours a day, I do not know. But some way, somehow, the nerds got a following. None of these guys were getting women at all. So now they talk that alpha dog talk. And you see it happen with Akademiks. Akademiks won't get no women before he started getting money. Then he only getting the money based off his stature. That's a fact. That's a fact right there. So it just shows you the type of energy and the type of people that we putting in power now. The niggas that used to get beat up, heard, pumped on the block, they running the media game now. These guys are running and calling the shots, where the cool niggas back in the high school and college, now they the ones getting canceled. Now they the ones apologizing. Now they the ones begging these people to not be on some, don't cancel me. Please don't cancel me. Ain't it funny how the tables done turned? Now the cool cats are begging the street cat. I mean, the cool cats are now begging the nerd niggas. Because now the nerd niggas done got power to where they can make and break you. It's crazy how that ricocheted. But, you know, that just goes on to a lot of problems, man. The fact that people digest this dysfunctional entertainment, man. It's just a few of the problems that we dealing with as black folks, man. Like, another thing that made me want to do this video for right quick, I just want to give y'all something to think about. Now, I just thought about it randomly. I'm like, with all the problems that black people are facing today, where's Black Lives Matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, Black Lives Matter grossed like close to $90 million last year. For what I read from some reports, close to $1 billion. But you see all the stuff that black people are facing and battling every day. Where are them in the front lines? See, I'm seeing some of the owners or the founders, they're buying houses, they're going on vacations. We sitting here pressing Puffy, we sitting here pressing LeBron, we sitting there pressing Jay-Z, Beyonce. Say what you want about these guys, Kevin Hart and all them. They've done things for black people. I'm not a big fan of a lot of them, but you can't take their accolades away. They've done a lot for black people in a way. Whereas these niggas, Black Lives Matter, I haven't seen nothing. Only time you seen them is when somebody gets shot. But when it comes to bringing tangibles and protesting for real change, you don't see them. You don't see them in no rallies. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Because think about all the problems that black people had, man, that we could use that $1 billion that they grossed last year. Where are they to fight gentrification in our hoods? Where's that money that could go into these mental health programs that can help us? Because, you know, there's a lot of people within our communities going through mental health problems. That's a real deep issue. I'm talking about real power moves, man, like putting money behind these politicians that we put in power so they can work in favors for us instead of just submitting and giving us our votes. You know what I mean? I'm looking at stuff like that, getting some of these white Anglo-Saxon laws overturned. That's so it could be beneficial to us. Compensation for black people. I'm talking about not no donate to no bullshit university that's not giving us nothing. I'm talking about starting schools that's for financial literacy. You know, for coding, for stuff like that. It's more to it than that. To learn about stock exchange and investments. Like starting schools based off that. Not donate to some college that does not benefit us. I'm talking about taking that bread and making black lives really matter. You know what I mean? Speak to me on this one, man. Because I've been really thinking about this. And think about it. Homelessness is running rampant to where people don't even want to go to LA no more. LA is no longer in demand. A lot of people are leaving LA and coming out here. Think about this. Law firms. We need to establish our law firms. to where we could have some real good, legitimate lawyers, imagine having a team of Cochrans. Nobody gonna lose. Fuck a Benjamin Crump. We need some Cochrans, dude. Programs for grants and small businesses. Getting our own media imprint so that way we can control the images that we have put out there. So that way one shade of us would not be portrayed. We have something that we could call our own and that we could conflict different imagery. Just like that bullshit show on Amazon Prime, Harlem. That's disgusting to me. So we need something that's gonna contradict that and put us in a fly atmosphere and put our character images out there. I'm talking about farmland, dog. Grocery stores. There's a lot of things that can make Black Lives Matter. I'm talking about really following up the concept. These people are not really following the concept. They just going through the hashtag. And that's the problem. That's a main problem with black folks, man. That's a main problem. Like, we're not pressing the right people. These people have made $90 million, close to $100 million within the last year of Black Lives Matter, but you don't see nothing going into black businesses. You don't see nothing going into create no hospitals, real schools, providing programs for the homeless and providing people for that in the financial struggle. You know, put money up to where we could get our own scientists. I mean, it's a lot of shit. Like, make black lives really matter. You know what I'm saying? Make black lives really matter. It's beyond a hashtag, man. I mean, I was sitting there thinking about this topic, but how I was going to incorporate it in. So I figured, let me go ahead and, cover the fuckery a little bit, because niggas love that, and then go into something deeper. Because think about this, man. We need control of our media. There's not enough black men, heterosexual males in media. That's why I'm doing what I do. Media is an important vehicle for us to control. Because see, a lot of black men, for the most part, don't have a Twitter handle. Now, one thing I can say about Tariq Nasheed, Kevin Samuels at times, what's his name? Jason Black, even though we had our issues, Vicky Dillard, all these people, Boyce Watkins, had my issues with him. When it comes to fighting for black men, they're going to do it. They're not going to talk that intersectionality bullshit. They're going to fight for black men, heterosexual black men. And that's what we need more of. We don't need those type of media representatives that are going to sit there and play both sides of the fence, kind of like how Charlemagne does when he want to be pro-black when it's convenient for him. But when it comes to really pressing issues, they don't want to do it. About that all the time, them cat vulturing. We as a people have to accept. Absolutely. Because see, like I talked about on the show before, we sold principles for the bag. And this goes beyond hip-hop. I'm talking about dignity. You know what I'm saying? We sold our dignity for the highest bidder. And we're basically fighting over the low-hanging fruit. But media is where we need to be behind. See, I give Tariq Nasheed credit. I give Tariq Nasheed a lot of credit. What up, Paul? Yeah, man, this on my chest for a minute. I just had to figure out how I was going to get it out. But there's a lot of things that Black Lives Matter dropped the ball on, man, that it could have made Black Lives Matter. Get some steak on YouTube. But see, this is the thing. It ain't about Black Lives Matter with them. They just want to be close to those white circles. That's all it is. I haven't seen nothing of Black Lives Matter since the election. I haven't seen a protest. I haven't seen them marching for nothing. And this is the time where you need them. This is the time where you really need them. Gentrification. Mental health. Where are they at? People can say what they want about the FOI. They be out there in the streets. And I'm not talking about these other niggas like these conscious niggas. They don't be out there. They on YouTube banging. This is where I wish, man, Khalid Muhammad was still alive, man. I met that. Let me tell y'all this story before I leave. I met that brother like at 2000. Changed my life, man. When I met Khalid, man, I'm telling you, you gonna get nothing but the rough, rugged, and raw truth. And I remember when I hugged him, he had like he had 2 revolvers, like he had 2 guns on his hip. That's how he was really about that shit. And he went in on everybody, man. He went in on Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Bill Clinton. He went in on everybody, man. Eddie, Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny. He didn't care. How we make our culture back. The first thing to getting our culture back is taking accountability for the mistakes that we made. That's the first. And that's a problem with a lot of people. Case in point, nobody likes to take accountability for anything because you got to look yourself in the mirror and look at what you've done wrong. And nobody wants to do that. It's either an ego thing or a pride thing. That's one of the main things. First and foremost, self-accountability. Nobody want to hold each other accountability for shit. That's one of the main problems. Oh, he getting money though. That's the problem. We sold our principles to the highest bidder. Just like I said earlier. Everything that's any kind of fuckery out there, it's like, oh, he getting the bag. We got to stop that. Trump did more for blacks than liberals and conservatives. That wasn't really our problem, to be honest with you. I mean, the people that he anointed, I had issues with, but mainly the people that were pretty much... There's mainly a lot of the immigrants that caught a lot of the smoke from the Trump era. Black people didn't really catch a lot of smoke from what I've seen. We already had our issues. If anything, now, when we interviewed, and this is crazy here, this is a crazy, ironic thing. When we interviewed, what's his name? Chairman Fred Hampton, the son of the legendary freedom fighter Fred Hampton Jr. He said this, and even Willie D made the same quotable on his video with his interview with him. He said that Barack Obama was the ice that knocked black people cold. What did he mean by that? Every time when we get in a place of rebellion, we get knocked back to sleep. They put a smooth talker in. It happens every time. It's been happening since the 90s, going back to it's the Bill Clinton saxophone hustle. Yeah, Bush and Reagan, they fucked a lot of things up. But then they brought Bill Clinton in. That rebellion just started getting suppressed. So now we like, oh man, we got a black president because he played the saxophone and smoked weed. That shit. And so now we started giving him the cookout pass. Obama did more for whites, Hispanics, and gays than his own people that supported him. And you know what's crazy about that? Is anything that Obama done for other people or other ethnic groups and stuff, you could just Google just like that. You could just think of off the top of a hat. But notice this when you're talking with niggas about that, it's like some stuff that you gotta dig. You know what I'm saying? You gotta dig in to see what he did for black people. And that could show you right there, there's not really nothing. If you gotta dig for something to find what he done for us, then it's not really relevant. Whereas the LBGT, they can name exactly what Barack did for them. Just like that. Legalized marriage, just like that. It comes up on Google. Well, black people, we gotta fucking dig. We gotta dig pages just to see what he's done for us. And it means nothing. So now we're stuck in another situation now where, let me tell y'all this. It's a lot of funny business involved. It's a lot of funny business with YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. That's why I pay attention to a lot of this stuff that's going on. Everything from the Epstein trial, everything from that to why are these CEOs stepping down all of a sudden? Bill couldn't put blacks in jail with the 3 strikes law and crime bill. Let me tell you something what else Bill Clinton did. He's for hip hop heads. A lot of people don't know. Signed that Telecommunications Act in 1996, giving corporations control for radio. That's why all those mixed shows, underground shows were gone. I'm talking about Stretch and Bobito, DJ Red Alert, all of them were gone. And then that's where radio corporations took control. So now, that's why you hear the same songs, the same playlists, the same rotations every day now. He signed that. So yeah, goes back to what my man said. It all starts with accountability first, man. We gotta recognize where we went wrong, and now we gotta get to a place where number 2, a lot of niggas just ain't gonna make it. Some niggas just gotta go. You know how when Noah's Ark was built of that art, and a lot of people try to come on in the last minute? Some people just can't make it. I'm sorry. Exactly. DJ Black 909. Trump put a travel ban to stop illegals from coming in America. Let me tell you this, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to leave it at that. America ain't shit now, man. The Chinese is walking all over America. Me and Poet was talking about this. China now runs this shit. America's pretty much kissing the ring right now, and they got a perfect puppet in Brandon to do it. He ain't gonna fight for them. He's going to sleep on half of the damn. When it comes to half of the staff meetings, he's asleep on the wheel. This is the weakest the United States have ever looked. Cause see, when 45 was in, I'm gonna use the abbreviation. I'm not gonna call their names because I don't want to get flagged. But see, when 45 was in, we had that gorilla type respect. Nobody wanted smoke with the U.S. nigga. You saw how Lil Kim, he wanted to shoot them missiles. That nigga ain't shot one missile since. Cause 45 had some straight savages up in his cabinet, son. They were about to blow that country to smithereens. But we lost that, man. America, this is the weakest I've ever seen America in my life. All skin folk and kid folk. Some people, these niggas just gotta go, man. There's no saving them. But that's the problem, man. But you what the main problem with that is, a lot of them people are family. A lot of them people are loved ones. A lot of them people are friends. And you can't, and you want to save everybody, but you can't. We all have that whole, we try to save everybody complex, man, and it just don't work. Some people just stuck in their ways. We hate to let them go because you know what's going to happen. But for the sake of our people and the sake for our survival, they got to go. You got to keep the ones and build with the ones that are really legit with building with you. First thing first, recognizing you got an enemy. See, this is one of the main problems when you come in finding a mate. A lot of dudes don't recognize if you're going to pick a mate, she got to realize that she got an enemy as well. You can't have a mate and she want to be friend and sleep with the enemy. Like, I can't be sitting there banging on the beast and you want to befriend the beast. That's not going to work. 46 is easy to control. Absolutely. Absolutely. You see it every day. He's easy to control. He's easy to manipulate. He's perfect. Brandon is perfect for them. He's playing in their hands. He's not going to rattle that cage. He ain't going to Suge Knight that cage, my nigga. He going to Jermaine Dupri it. Straight up, man. John Frank, what's good, man? just talking a bit smack here real quick, just chopping it up with y'all. I gotta give it to y'all sometime. Dope channel. Good look, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, and y'all check this out. I just did the interview with the lovely Trina McGee. It was dope. It was a great build. The interview is up right now. You can check it out. It's probably still airing right now, but when y'all got time, listen to that, man. That lady got a story, man. She been around this more than I even imagine. She has a real deep history within the culture, more than I even knew. See, a lot of people knew her just off being on the black girl from Boy Meets World, but she's really within the culture. I'm talking about she was on Different World. She was in Martin, Family Matters, Friday After Next. She went to school with Puff when Puffy was, before he was Diddy. It's a real good story, so y'all need to go ahead and check that out, man. Subscribe, hit that like button for me. We had a real good build the other day. Real dope, real cool person, man. So, that being said, I'm about to sign up out of here, man. I got to do some more promoting. I just want to chop it up with y'all a little bit. I know this video ain't going to get too far because of the rules, but it's just about putting things in perspective. Letting them know where we stand. Rumor has it that the Donald might be running 2024 round. Oh, that's a dub. Because, see, that's a dub, right? Let me talk about this real quick. See, when he created that new date, I got talking cold. The M date, that hurt, man. You can't go against civil liberties like that. You can't go against the Constitution. Now you're putting yourself in the dictatorship type category. He hurt his party more than he think. It's gonna be a straight up wash if they don't get it together. It's gonna be a straight up wash. And I'm not a fan of either party, but at the same time, this is not good. And see, now the Thuggians, they found a lane where now, okay, they gonna tap in that lane where, look, we gonna speak for the people, but you gotta watch them too, because they're not really for the people either. Neither of these parties are for the people, to be honest with you. Neither one. That's why politics is a joke. Because you put somebody in, he can't do 1/2/3 of what he promised. He gotta check in with this. He gotta check in with Congress. He gotta get permission to this. Like, damn, what the fuck can you do? So we like, forget it. Forget it. We need to find another lane. We need to get another party. And a politician that's really for us. So, that's enough politics right there. I'm about to get up out of here. Check this channel out. Subscribe to it. Check out the interview we did with Rusty Juice Saturday on Screwball. That was dope. We about to have a UK special for Saturday night. And I also got day one on Friday. And I got Yalda from MMG on Sunday. I'm steady working, man. I'm steady working. I got a lot of plans in store. So, y'all have a blessed night. Y'all subscribe to this channel. Show your boy some love. Holla.